Welcome to Jason Podcast. No one believed what Thua Hone said, and then Thua Hone also gradually understood who was the one who blamed him. A person who is certified by his own best friend, who has been a victim of bullying, doesn't believe that close friend of Thua Hone. Who else? Who would testify for someone who bullied them? Thinking about it made no sense. The feeling of suddenly becoming a monster in the eyes of others is really annoying. Thua Hone can feel everyone's disgust for him when he goes somewhere people avoid it. All actions of Thua Hone are scrutinized. Thua Hone does well, everyone will rush to say that it's fake. If you don't do well, you will be told that this is the nature. The nature of Thua Hone has always been low, now it's even deeper. Seems to be mute, doesn't talk to anyone and doesn't want to talk to anyone. Only a few real close friends of Thua Hone remained, always trying to talk to her. They fear her depression. But then, things gradually fade over time. Everyone is not patient enough to discuss each issue when it just stops at what everyone knows. Gradually, they began to forget, and new, more interesting things became a new topic for people to gossip about. As for Thua Hone, time is the medicine that helps her form antibodies. The pain is still there, every time I think about it, I still feel the same emotion as before. But as long as you don't try to remember, you can still feel the surrounding aftertaste. Unlike the first time, being so frustrated became emotionless. After that, everyone gradually learned the truth. The person who made the correction was the person who was bullied the most that year. It's just different from Thua Hone's imagination, that I will receive an apology and a welcome from everyone. But not. That scene never appeared. Simply because no one wants to admit their mistakes, especially those running with the crowd like that. But today's Thua Hone, can it still be like the day before, waiting for the moment of his vindication to come? After all these stories, Thua Hone is no longer the Thua Hone of the past. Old grudges, she didn't calculate, and didn't want to count anymore. I can only blame myself for believing in the wrong person, making a mistake for you, so it led to the outcome like today. Later, someone asked Thua Hone, why did she not vindicate herself at that time, but waited for others to do it? If so, it's right that she suffers injustice. For the above question, she just silently smiles and refuses to give an opinion. Each person has their own answer. Personally, she used to think that it was just her best friend's temporary fear. There will come a time when her friend will no longer be afraid, and will vindicate herself. She waited for a long time, but in the end could not wait for the day that close friend clarified the case. She also had thoughts of wanting to unmask that close friend and clarify the truth. But she realized that, the longer things left, the colder her heart became. How about doing that? The grievances are solved, but those injuries, is there a way to make it disappear? If that's the case, it's better to let everything go naturally.